He's actually a company that helps people grow their actual brand and get it out there, and they're working on different things to be able to get the brand more broadly out there. So I'm sitting here with Rosse at the Crypto Investment Summit, and I'm excited because he's actually a company that helps people grow their actual brand and get it out there, and they're working on different things to be able to get the brand more broadly out there. So he interviewed me, but I'm literally like, I'm flipping it around because I'm really interested in what he's doing and how he's doing it. So it's all set up and professional, and they're just amazing. So I want to share with my people the love that he's given me. I want to give it back. So it's a cool dude. So Rosse,
thanks.
Can you tell them a little bit about what you do?
Sure. So I work at Alphagrowth. We're a growth marketing consultancy for mostly crypto companies. We started with a background in data, so that's getting emails of all the accredited investors or crypto people in the world, and then sending email campaigns to them. And we found that cold email is dying. You click through 2%. But as soon as you put a video into it, the click-through rate shoots up because people, they have TLDR, they don't want to read, but they want to learn. And so crypto is the best place that we can do this because people don't want a video that's an explainer video where at the end they're like, beautiful, amazing, but I still have no clue what you do. They want to be educated. They want to learn like a 2-minute chunk every single day of your best salesperson talking to your best client, and just a genuine conversation where they can look into your eyes, believe you, and learn a little bit more about your product. And so we help the very technical people in the crypto space break their stories into those little chunks so that they can educate the entire population. Like you said earlier, there shouldn't be competition. There should be co-opetition, because we're all helping each other in the crypto space educate the rest of the population. That's why we go to crypto conferences, we interview founders like yourself, we put it up on our platform, we get the word out there, and then we help other crypto companies tell their stories.
So Rosse has literally done over 180 3-minute videos. Like, I don't know if he has that much time, but I've seen the computer that has tracking of everybody that's like literally talked, and they're so committed to this that they're not even getting to go see the rest of this stuff. But he does have a big team that's actually helping, so which is cool.
And you say we don't get to see the rest of this stuff, but we get to see so much interviewing people. I would recommend to anyone who is in love with education and learning like I am. Like, I want to learn for the rest of my life. When you interview people, I get to like peer into your soul and ask you questions that most of the time in a networking event, if you ask those questions, someone would be like, who are you? Like, I'm walking away. And you get to just fundamentally understand what drives their project. Well, or, I mean, sometimes I'll actually start and I'll just be like, it's going to work better in this interview if I act like I have no clue what your project is. And the truth is, sometimes I have no clue what your project is. And so then I get to ask you questions that build my foundation. Whereas in another situation, if you ask someone that question, they might be like, oh, come on, you're supposed to know that. But you're like, but it's for the audience. And when it's for the audience, they're willing to go to the foundation of why they exist and build back up from there so that you understand. So I have a better understanding, the audience has a better understanding. And from seeing all these companies from all these different industries, you can have a great understanding of how the whole ecosystem works.
Yeah, it's funny, it's and I think this happens, in this industry, is that there's so much nomenclature and we already know that we don't repeat what an audience that's looking at it for the first time would want to know, because they don't get the double spend, or why is everything's Bitcoin, right? What's this blockchain thing, and why is and we're like, well, yeah, Bitcoin's great. It's like it got us attention, but blockchain it's like, and how we're going to be and how we fit in with the landscape, and yet I think we forget that when we're around the culture. So that makes sense that the less you know, the better.
Exactly. I grew up in a small town in Connecticut, and when I send my videos
I think of like multi-billionaires on a beach in Connecticut in white suits. Well,
that's like, if you grew up right outside New York City, yes, that's you.
Really?
That was not me.
Really?
I grew up in
that really exists?
Well, I mean,
there's huge money over there.
Well, sure. I mean, Connecticut is like the called? The insurance capital of the world.
Yeah,
There's huge insurance companies, there's Pfizer, there's some huge drug companies, there's a ton of military contractors. I went to school for mechanical and electrical engineering. I built a bunch of robots. If you want to build tanks, airplanes, helicopters, submarines, you can do all of that in Connecticut.
Wow.
So there's big business. But there's also these small towns in the middle of nowhere where you're a Boy Scout, you run through the woods, you learn how to survive, you go out into the middle of the woods with nothing but a knife, a flashlight, and a lighter, and you learn what life is like. So that's where I grew up.
Where I grew up, if you were a Boy Scout, you got beat up.
Oh, I got beat up, but I had
I was
three brothers.
breakdancing.
Well, I actually never got beat up, but I had three brothers.
3 brothers and you never got beat up?
I got beat up by my brothers.
Oh, okay, that makes
But
sense. That makes sense.
we were all Boy Scouts, so you know, when anyone wanted to beat up us, was
You were strong.
come get us.
You were 3 strong.
Exactly.
Hey, your identical twin. That was funny when he went to the bathroom and then he
switched to my identical twin.
So I'm sitting there talking to his twin as if it were him, and yeah, it was funny. It was surreal. That was funny.
It's pretty awesome. We get to pull a lot of jokes on a lot of people.
That's got to be fun.
But yeah, but I was saying, like, you grow up in a small town, people don't understand a lot of this stuff because you forget that you live in a bubble and they're not exposed to it.
Yeah.
So having these videos, being able to shoot them to your parents and your relatives and have them understand, it all just betters the entire ecosystem.
Yeah, that's awesome. I get a lot of comments too from people that follow me, you know, and they like, you know, thank me for whatever, and I'm like, I'm just living, but I'm living out loud and I'm sharing, right?
Exactly.
And I want people to grow. I want people to learn, and you know, if there's, you know, a couple people that it improves their life every month, hopefully, by something I contributed or shared, then that's so gratifying. When I get those comments back, I don't care if it's 1 or 2, whatever, or if 3 people watch a video, like that's 3 people that I didn't get a chance to talk to, but spent 10 minutes with me, and maybe that changes one person's life. I mean, if that video wasn't made, then it wouldn't have had that effect on somebody. Isn't that weird? I mean, we have a decentralized, I have a book called Decentralized Capitalism. I have a book that comes out in 2 months called Origin of Opportunity, but we live in decentralized media now. Look at you.
Yeah, we have our own channel. We're not a media studio, but
Right?
I guess we are.
Yeah, right? So it's funny because the media sources, how do they control anymore? It's like, if I want to check out what you're doing, I'd be more interested to look at your content than go to a regular media source, because I know
It's
a media
going to be
source
more up to date.
up to date. It's not going to be slanted, right? Because your agenda is not like you have no agenda to sell my company, right?
I have an agenda to sell our company.
Well, exactly. So,
But yeah, exactly.
Well,
Nice.
cool.
This
Thank
has
you,
been
Ross.
great. Thank you so much.
So Ross Gates, I'll put a link down at the bottom of it so you can follow him and all the crazy badass shit he's doing. From Connecticut, small town, Boy Scout, cool brother. His brother's cool too.
Yes, very cool,
So
brother.
check them out and follow them. So and
Awesome.
support them anyway. Whatever they ask for, just give it to them.
You
Right?
heard the man.
Right?
Let's do this.
Give it to them. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.